Stop everything you're doing right now because what Bron Breakker just did for his WWE brother Bronson Reed is one of the most real, most human moments we've seen come out of professional wrestling in a long time. And the wrestling streams familia needs to talk about it. WWE is a brutal world. Inside those ropes, it's every man for himself titles, spotlight, moments of glory, they don't come easy. But sometimes, something happens that strips all of that away and reminds you that underneath the championships, the pyro, and the entrance music, these are real people. Real brothers. And right now, two of the most physically dominant forces on Monday Night Raw are both sitting on the sidelines injured, sidelined, watching WrestleMania season pass them by. But instead of wallowing in his own frustration, Bron Breakker did something that stopped the entire wrestling world in its tracks. He showed up for his boy. He showed up for Bronson Reed. And that, wrestling streams familia, is what WWE family actually looks like. Let's rewind and make sure everyone is fully caught up on the full picture here, because this story hits different when you understand the full weight of what's going on with the Vision right now. It all started back in October 2025 at Crown Jewel in Australia. Seth Rollins, the Visionary himself, the architect of the Vision, suffered a torn rotator cuff during his men's Crown Jewel Championship match against Cody Rhodes. Gone. Sidelined indefinitely. Just like that, the leader of one of WWE's most dangerous factions was off television, and the creative team had to pivot fast. That pivot? They pulled the trigger on Bron Breakker's full heel turn and positioned him as the new centerpiece of the group heading into 2026. Breakker stepped up. He carried the Vision. He was the guy. Then came the Royal Rumble, and everything got even worse. Bron Breakker was eliminated from the Royal Rumble match by Obafemi, but here's the thing, it wasn't a clean elimination. A mysterious hooded figure interfered and cost Breakker his shot. And in a fit of pure rage, Bron flipped over the commentary desk and re-aggravated a hernia he'd been dealing with. Days later, he was under the knife. Surgery. Recovery mode. WrestleMania 42 suddenly looking very uncertain for the Intercontinental Champion. With Breakker out, all eyes shifted to Bronson Reed. Big Bronson stepped into the leadership void. He was the Vision's last hope, the enforcer, the one man left standing who could be that physical, dominant presence for the group heading into the Elimination Chamber and beyond. He was slated reportedly to win his Elimination Chamber qualifying match on the February 23 edition of Raw against GUSO and El Grande Americano. He was going to be in that chamber. He was going to be that guy. And then it happened. Mid-match, while attempting to break up a pinfall, Bronson Reed landed awkwardly and suffered a distal bicep tear, one of the most painful and serious injuries a wrestler can sustain, where the bicep tendon literally detaches from the elbow. The referee immediately signaled the dreaded medical personnel rushed the ring. Reed rolled to the outside, and the match had to be called on the fly with GUSO picking up the victory instead. The man who was supposed to be standing tall at the end of that match was instead being helped to the back, his WrestleMania dreams gone in a single moment. Reed flew directly to Birmingham, Alabama that same night to be evaluated. And shortly after, he shared a photo from his hospital bed on Instagram that broke a lot of our hearts but also showed exactly who this man is. His message was simple and powerful: surgery done. Tomorrow is day one. The road back. No self-pity. No complaints. Just a warrior already locked in on the comeback. Now here's where Bron Breakker enters the picture, and why this whole story means so much. Because before Breakker made his own return to Raw, something was captured that tells you everything you need to know about the bond inside the Vision. Bron Breakker, a man dealing with his own surgical recovery, his own hernia repair, his own race against time to make it back for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, made time for his brother. Photos surfaced of Breakker alongside Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, working out together, checking in, showing up. Two broken warriors in recovery mode, pushing each other, refusing to let the other sit in the dark alone. That's not a storyline. That's not a camera moment. That's brotherhood. And wrestling fans felt that. The reaction across social media has been nothing but love and respect for both men. Because we spend so much time invested in the drama, the betrayals, the heel turns, and the rivalries, and rightfully so, that's the game, but moments like this remind us why we fell in love with WWE in the first place. These athletes pour their bodies, their health, and their lives into this business. They sacrifice more than we ever fully see. And when one of them goes down, you find out real quick who their real ones are. Bron Breakker is Bronson Reed's real one. The bigger storyline picture here is genuinely heartbreaking for the Vision as a faction. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, all three original members of the group, are now injured simultaneously. What was supposed to be one of the most dominant stables in WWE heading into WrestleMania season has been absolutely decimated by the injury bug. Logan Paul and Austin Theory are the only active members left standing, and even they have been dealing with the chaos of that mysterious masked man storyline that has been throwing division into disarray week after week. WWE Creative has reportedly been forced into heavy rewrites across multiple ongoing storylines as a direct result of Reed going down. The recovery timeline for a distal bicep tear is typically 4 to 6 months, which means Bronson Reed is almost certainly going to miss WrestleMania 42, his second consecutive WrestleMania miss due to circumstances beyond his control. That stings. For a man of his caliber, a man who beat Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in his home country of Australia, one of the most emotional moments of his career, to have this WrestleMania moment ripped away is genuinely gutting. But if you read between the lines of his social media post, if you look at the fire still burning in his eyes in those workout photos alongside Breakker and Theory, you know this man is not done. Not even close. And as for Bron Breakker, reports say he is rehabbing at an absolutely insane pace, with the goal of making it back in time for WrestleMania 42, where a massive showdown with Seth Rollins is reportedly on the table. The visionary made it clear when he returned at Elimination Chamber that he wants his World Heavyweight Championship back, and Bron Breakker is the obstacle standing between him and that path. If that match happens at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, it will be one of the biggest matches of the year. But none of that is possible without both men grinding through their recoveries with everything they have. What makes this entire story resonate so deeply is the humanity of it. We root for these superstars when they're out here putting on 5-star matches and cutting incredible promos. But the real connection, the reason the wrestling stream's familia keeps coming back week after week, is moments like this. Bron Breakker showing up for Bronson Reed when nobody was forcing him to. Two competitors, two brothers, two men who chose to go through the fire together rather than apart. That's the code. That's the culture. That's why WWE truly is a family. Bronson Reed said tomorrow is day one. And knowing what this man is made of, we believe every single word. The road back starts now. And when Big Bronson Reed walks back through that curtain, healthy and hungry, it's going to be one of the best moments of 2026. Mark it down. Drop a comment below. Are you excited to see Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed both return to WWE? Who do you want to see them come back and go after first? Let us know. Wrestling Streams Familia. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. We are right here covering every single update, every return, every moment that matters in WWE. Don't miss a thing. Bron Breakker just proved that WWE truly is family, showing up for his injured Vision brother Bronson Reed after a devastating torn bicep ended his WrestleMania season. With all three original Vision members now sidelined, the brotherhood between these two warriors is the most real thing in WWE right now. Are you hyped for their returns? Drop a comment. Subscribe to Wrestling Streams for daily WWE breakdowns, injury updates, and WrestleMania 42 coverage you won't find anywhere else.